Call the meeting to order. First up is roll call, Council at Large Cummins.
Not yet.
She may be joining us online, but she's not there yet. At Large Postian.
Here.
Council Ward number 1 Hembry.
Here.
Ward number 2 Helm.
Here.
And Ward number 3 McNeil. All right, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, justice for all.
All right, so first up tonight, there is the agenda. If there are no additions, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Second.
McNeil with the first and Helm with the second.
Cummins?
No.
Hembry?
Yes.
McNeil?
Yes.
Postian?
Yes. Yes.
Down to communications. This is where anybody can address the council if they so choose. Just state your name and address for the record. Anyone online unmuting? All right, seeing as there are none, we'll close that portion of the meeting and move on to the consent agenda. And there's one item under that, it's the approval of the planning and zoning meeting minutes from October 5th. That doesn't need to be discussed. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Helm with the first
Second.
and McNeil with the second.
Hembry?
Yes.
McNeil?
Yes.
Postian?
Yes.
Helm?
Yes.
All right, so going down to city business. We just have a few tonight, but the first one is a resolution that would award the base bid and alternate number 1 to Foster Kraus up at the Aquatic Center. It was tabled from last meeting, so I need a motion to take it off the table.
Motion.
Henry with the first
Second.
and McNeil with the second.
McNeil?
Yeah.
Postian?
Yes. Yes.
Hembry?
Yes.
All right, so this is open. We also have Dan Strain online as well, the engineer. If anybody has any questions for him.
Dan, are you
Yes.
there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
We can.
So you had concern about the welding for the reinforcement? Because
Yeah.
Mute him, Dan. All right, go Dan.
Okay. So I just want to, I'll just make a statement here. There was some miscommunication and some misunderstanding for my letter of recommendation. So I'm project manager. I'm not a structural engineer. And so the letter of recommendation is talking about means and methods. After reviewing with our structural engineer and our senior engineer who's also on the line if there is any questions. After reviewing, we would consider the Kraus bid is actually incomplete because the shoring is required on the drawings. And it was stated by Kraus when I verified or asked some questions to verify their bid that they did not see the need in that. So it's not in their bid. So to, ultimately we'd want, a fair comparison between the bids and they didn't have that in there. So after reviewing, I think we would like to go back and have Kraus include that shoring into their bid because of the safety concerns that we have by not including the shoring. So we would want that before formally accepting any bid.
So do you foresee them doing that then?
Not sure. I'd have to ask Kraus.
Okay, and then will this be an add-on to our bid? As a change order?
If they didn't have it, it likely would be. We can argue that it was on the drawings. If that case, if it's a very large amount, maybe they'll reject their bid. That's we don't know at this point. So it'll be a question to Kraus of, hey, you need to add this in. How much would it be? Because they didn't include it, even though the drawings called for it.
How do we accept the bid then?
This you don't.
So
This makes me,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Well, we can accept the bid then if you have.
No. Sorry if I wasn't clear. No, we would not accept the bid tonight. I apologize. And I apologize, Brian, I didn't get a chance to get to you soon enough. No, we were late getting to this, but no, we would not accept a bid tonight. We'd have to clarify some more stuff and formally accept the bid at another time.
All right, then it sounds like it has to be tabled again.
Motion.
Did
the other bid include all that?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
$300,000 difference though. Right. So if they had it all in their bid, why are we dealing with Kraus?
big price difference.
$350,000.
One thing,
I'm thinking Tim is asking, I don't want to put words in your mouth, why you would table it, just go with the one that already had everything in it.
Mayor, were you asking me that question?
Kraus.
Not yet.
Oh, sorry.
Get a price from Kraus.
Well, that would be the tabling it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, Doug and Dan, if they table it, you can rebid it, correct?
You could, you got a couple of things in play here, as a couple of you noticed, obviously, if the Foster Kraus bid 198, JL Brady 580. You go out to rebid it, Kraus might decide they left an awful lot on the table and their 198 might jump a lot and, still be less than JL Brady. And they could go to 500,000, you'd still be saving a lot of money. So I think you could rebid it. I don't know that that's going to get you the best result necessarily, but I'd hope Kraus would just submit. I'm kind of thinking as we go here, Mayor. Sorry, just hearing this. I might, and be interested in the engineer's approach here too. I might almost consider tonight, instead of tabling it, in a way to attempt to lock Foster Kraus in a bit, would be to, you'd have to modify the language of the resolution a bit, but to accept their bid subject to the submission of an acceptable, bid alternate, not a bid alternate, but subject to the submission of, a follow-up estimate or follow-up bid for the portion they missed, if you will, the shoring. I don't know how big a deal that is, if we're looking at 10,000 or 100,000.
I guess I will just say, an amount. The other bidder, the high bidder, JL Brady, had mentioned that their scaffolding was like 150,000 alone.
Oh, so it's significant. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I guess in light of that number, I think you almost have no choice then but to say we need new bids.
Can I, your question here?
Yeah, go ahead, Jason.
Is there any chance that they each have the structural broke down in their bids that we can, this is JL Brady's structural part of it. Kraus, what do you have? That
They
way
did not have
can't.
They did not have that as a part of their bids, but I asked them afterward for that breakdown. So I do have structural, electrical, and then basically the rest of it, which would be the mechanical work. So I do have those current breakdowns, yes.
Well, that would kind of be a way of keeping Kraus honest then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Mayor, I would add, I guess, too, I think the council could, of course, just find Foster Kraus's bid to be incomplete and accept JL Brady. But looking at the resolution, the engineer's estimate was 145,000. The JL Brady bid is, 400 some thousand higher than that. So typically when you get a bid come in that much higher than what an engineer's estimate, you oftentimes will not accept the bids and, I don't want to say go back to the drawing table, but try to figure out why there's such a discrepancy and potentially rebid.
That's where I'm at. I just don't, there's some reason for $380,000. We don't know why.
But Jason, what do you think too? What's your thoughts on rebid process?
I agree. I think we should rebid. I mean, if we're not gonna have Kraus just give us a structural bid, I think it needs rebid. Keep everybody on. That's kind of a big item. Yes.
Okay.
Well, now I kind of sit on two eggs or whatever you want to call it. You know, originally I was going to complain about the $53,000 overrun from engineer's estimate. But having to go out to bid again with a statement from the engineer saying, I recommend approval for Foster Kraus. It makes me a little bit bitter towards the engineering side of it. One, for missing the bid, and two, for not having bids that met their specification.
Okay. But what do we do moving forward? What?
Table it and rebid it.
That's where I'm at.
Okay.
Yeah, second that.
All right. Then Hembry with the first table with a rebid, and Helm had the second.
McNeil,
Yes.
Ashton,
Yes. Did you? Yes.
Your caution. Cummins is on here too, but we can't hear her.
Did you mute her?
Give you a thumb.
Your dog? Did you mute her?
Yeah, I did before, but.
We should give you enough thumb.
All right. All right, then.
and 1 second, Hembry,
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Then moving on to the second one. This is an ordinance amendment to amend the City of Tipton Code of Ordinances that relate to zoning ordinances. This would be the first reading, and then after that, if we want to suspend the rules, we can for the next two. Melissa, any changes in this since our public hearing?
No.
All right, the developers are here, the representatives. If there are none, then is there to pass this ordinance amendment? McNeil with the first,
Second?
and Helm with the second.
Ashton,
Yes.
Cummins, Hembry,
Yes.
McNeil,
Yes.
All right, so that was the first reading. And then I need a motion to suspend the rules.
Motion.
McNeil with the first,
Second.
Ashton,
Yes.
Helm,
Yes.
Cummins, Hembry,
Yes.
McNeil,
Yes.
all right, then is there a motion to pass the second reading?
Motion.
Henry with first,
Second.
Helm with the second.
Ashton,
Yes.
Yes.
Hembry,
Yes.
McNeil,
Yes.
Then is there a motion to pass the third reading?
Motion.
McNeil with the first and Helm with the second.
Ashton,
Yes.
Hembry,
Yes.
McNeil,
Yes.
All right, then I need a motion to reinstate the rules.
Motion.
Henry with the first
Second.
and Helm with the second.
Yes.
McNeil,
Yes.
Ashton,
Yes.
All right, so that takes us down to number 3, which is a resolution that would approve the site plan for Rosh Villages here in Tipton. You guys have that. Is there any questions or comments on the site plan? that need to be discussed? All right. And then to accept this site plan.
Motion.
Helm with the first
Second.
and Hembry with the second.
Helm,
Yes.
Hembry,
Yes.
McNeil,
Yes.
Poshton,
Yes.
All right. Sorry, there he is. Sorry, Jason. Excited about this development. Thank you guys for taking something like this on. Next up is, because I hear we need housing badly. Next up is a resolution that would approve the vacation and transfer of the city street right of way. If there are no questions on that, is there a motion to approve this?
Motion.
McNeil with the first
Second.
and Hembry with the second.
Hembry,
Yes.
McNeil,
Mayor, I want to interrupt for just a second, Mayor. Just looking at the resolution, I want to be sure, did the council hold a public hearing already on the vacation?
Yes, it was last week.
You did do that, okay.
Yes.
Okay, I just looking at the resolution. Because the resolution says on October 6th, the mayor opened the public hearing.
No.
I think that was
Must be it.
my typo, but I was thinking that probably would have been October 9th.
October 2nd.
Second.
Okay, so we already had, I apologize, the public hearing had previously been scheduled, notice had been published, and it was held on October 2nd, but you didn't take action after that meeting, you're taking action tonight?
Correct.
Okay,
So we wanted to be able to approve the the change in zoning and then also the site plan before
Okay.
we.
very good. I knew that we'd had a lot of moving parts on this and a lot of different dates, so I just wanted to be sure we did that right. So let's need to fill in those blanks, and Melissa, correct that reference to we'll have to correct that language that the public hearing was on October 2nd, not October 6th.
I think that's when it was originally scheduled. All right, so then with that modification, does the motion still hold true from McNeil and Hembry? And Hembry, you still second it?
Yes.
Okay.
Hembry,
Yes.
McNeil,
Yes.
Poshton,
Yes.
Yes.
All right, then that moves us down to adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Helm with the first and Hembry with the second.
Hembry,
Yes.
McNeil,
Yes.
Poshton,
Yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you, everyone. We are adjourned.